Skyrim and Kingdom Come Deliverance are quite different games. However, I will try my best to find their differences and similarities. So without further ado, let's start. Number 1. Game focus. Both games are focusing on entirely different things. Skyrim is all about an epic story, amazing landscapes, and most importantly, dragons. I'm sure almost everyone who's watching have spent hours and hours there. Although a story about the chosen one with special powers is quite common for an RPG genre. However, they did it a bit differently, I'd say. We'll get to that later. Now, Kingdom Come Deliverance went for an entirely different approach. The game focuses almost entirely on the realism and authenticity. First of all, its villages, castles, buildings and everything else are as close to originals as possible. Here's an example. This is Ratai Castle now, and this is how it looks in the game. Sure, that's probably the only part of a castle that's left intact to a present day. At least the only I found. But it's still very accurate. And that's not it. Like most RPGs, you start like a common villager who doesn't even know how to read, let alone to use a weapon. Number 2. Exploration. Both The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim and Kingdom Come Deliverance, along with long names, have a huge map full of secrets, treasures and places to explore. Also some enemies along the way. Of course, I would say that Skyrim did it way better. And that's because there's so much stuff. Like not only some collectibles or something like that from Assassin's Creed. No. They have a lot of side quests. I don't even know how many are there. I think I saw it was like 470, 80. Seriously, have you ever wondered how hard it is on low level to not get into a quest while exploring in Skyrim? Also, they both have Easter eggs, alright? Like some silly things placed somewhere around the map. Number 3. Character. Comparing them would be like comparing the president and you. And you may ask, why is that so? The answer is pretty straightforward. You see, in Skyrim, your journey, I guess, is set in stone, and it almost doesn't matter what you did on side quest or wherever. You kill Alduin, you go to the big mountain, blah 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 blah, you meet the greybeards, wherever. In Kingdom Come Deliverance, you sort of make your own pathway. And how is this related, you might say? Well, Skyrim, you're like, you're real powerful at the end, whatever. Okay, maybe not always, but you kill a big dragon which is supposed to be strong, although not really. Okay, whatever. Point is, you're the last dragonborn or whatever, you're really strong, so like president, And in Kingdom Come Deliverance, not really, to be honest. You kinda need to do all by yourself, okay? They don't really hold your hand that much, to be honest. And yeah, if you remember when I tried to attack previous levels, yeah, it went totally well. I kinda got very frustrated because enemies were strong, alright? Sure, there might be a troll somewhere, but that basically doesn't matter, you can run past it. I'm talking about Skyrim, of course. Also, it has character creation, so it's a little pro. However, it is nothing compared to dialogue system. And I'm not talking from the good side. Oh no. It's pretty darn bad. You see, your main character doesn't even have a voice. Come on, Bethesda.
You found it!
Like, you could have made some voice presets, like 4 or 5 or whatever, and then you would have like pitch options, something like that. And in Kingdom Come Deliverance, you can be very good at speaking, you can be like good at noble stuff, you know, charisma, stuff like that. Or you can intimidate people with good armor. Sure, you can do some of the things in Skyrim as well. Sure, you can choose your somewhat, I guess, pathway. You can be a stealth guy in Skyrim, a mage, I guess, and warrior, like standard stuff like that. Well, I'm thinking that Kingdom Come Deliverance probably has the same classes somewhat, I guess. But I think you can be a little bit of everything there, and that works better than in Skyrim. And that leads to number 4, leveling. Kingdom Come Deliverance has main level, along with separate skilled levels, and also, unlike Skyrim, it has levels for each weapon. So, for example, there's separate for mace, sword, axe, halberd, and so on. And then you level up to level 20, and you also get some skill points for certain levels. For example, when you reach level 3, 6, and something like that. The perks are pretty interesting, I'd say. They aren't like generic percentages. For example, having perk A, it gives you a 10% to stab resistance or something like that. No. There are only few of those, which is really cool. Though on Skyrim there are quite a lot of them. There also are those unique ones, maybe like dual casting spell. Sure, that's cool, okay, but I would like that it would have way less of those. Also, yes, I know, Skyrim also has like legendary skills. Once you reach 100 level you can get legendary. But I don't know, I don't think it does anything. I think it's just a poor excuse of resetting your progress and just infinitely trying to level up. Number 5. Quests. You see, in Kingdom Come Deliverance, the quests aren't like generic, like stuff like that, okay? There might be some fetch quests, like to get some special item. I'm pretty sure there was only a few of those, maybe. Yeah, I remember fetching a ball, but it had a kind of a twist, I guess, at the end. Sure, you could have found like a little bit better ball or whatever it is. Well, Skyrim, yeah, the quests are alright, but there are a lot of them, you see. Like, as I said, like 400 or maybe 450, something like that. I think my favorites are those like special ones, the faction quests. Like Thieves Guild, Dark Brotherhood, Companions, and College of Winterhold. Yeah, those ones are real good ones. Some of them, especially miscellaneous ones, yeah, they are just meh. Like seriously, for example, bringing 10 bear pelts, like that's the most basic you can get. As for Kingdom Come Deliverance, well, I guess I can count activities as miscellaneous quests. Well, I mean, they have like jumps, stuff like that. There is also a guy that carries pelts, alright, it's kinda similar. But the thing that Kingdom Come Deliverance did better is the quest diversity, and I'm not talking about individual quests, because I think almost all of them, okay, most of them have like time limits, side quests of course, and if you break that limit you automatically fail that quest. Although that led me to some weirdness as well when I totally wasn't able to finish. Here is another example, alright? You need to find something, okay? Find the information. Sure, you can ask one guy, or another, or a third one, or you can fail that entirely. Another example. Okay, I had that quest Siege, alright, that was an optional, sure, main storyline, but an optional, so like a side quest, okay, whatever. I needed to make potions, alright, and I went to the herbalist. She said, do you want to make it yourself, or I could have chose that she would help me. And I chose myself. Though, unfortunately, I failed that because I didn't know how to make 60 potions myself because I didn't have auto brewing, okay? And that's also really cool because the outcome can be different depending on what you do. So I really love that. On Skyrim, well, not exactly, I could say. Yeah, you don't really have an option. You either have a quest that will stay there forever, or you complete it and it's in the completed quest tab, so it still stays forever. Also, I think on Skyrim I only saw twice a failed quest like that icon, I guess. Okay, Bethesda, here's your suggestion before you release The Elder Scrolls 6. I don't know where it is, so yeah. Look, make more ways to fail a quest. Don't get me wrong, those quests are good, okay? For example, defeating like a very big dragon priest forever. It's fascinating, okay? Because it looks epic, and that's the point of them. And I really love that, okay? But I just want more variety. Or maybe I'm biased. Now, let's talk about main storylines, okay? To be honest, I see a lot of similarities right there. For example, you start like basically nothing. Like a peasant who doesn't know how to do anything, or something like that, I guess. Actually, in Skyrim, your hands are literally tied. Yeah, you can't do anything in beginning, okay? And in Kingdom Come Deliverance, you're a peasant. You also sort of can't do anything. You can, absolutely, but you suck at it. Also, Kingdom Come Deliverance main story beginning, well, let's just say if you didn't do it, you still suck at everything, okay? Even if you, like, escape the place, which actually is somewhat, like, really similar to Skyrim. If you don't complete the main storyline, at least the beginning of it, you suck at stuff. For example, when you start training with Captain Bernard, you learn how to do a perfect block, which is really useful. As for Skyrim, well, let's just say right after you finish your first quest and escape everything, you can totally free roam all day long. Or maybe all month long even, seriously. You can do all kinds of stuff, you can explore everywhere. And that's great, okay? But then you'll kinda forget which quest is actually main storyline, which happened to me actually. And not only me, I'm pretty sure that could have happened to you, but I'm certain that my friend also had that problem. Like, the only way to know which quest is the main storyline one is actually those not markings, fancy Viking symbols. Let's just call it that way. And for Kingdom Come Deliverance, it's obvious, like, it's literally the first ones. Okay, those big, fancy, beautiful looking banner, shield-esque things. And probably the last thing to talk about quests are rewards. You see, Skyrim has amazing rewards. It's usually weapons and armor, okay, it's great. For example, Dawnbreaker, like Daedric artifacts. Oriel's bow, the Dark Brotherhood, for example, gives you like 25,000 gold, I think. You can also get a nice looking amulet, like Archmage robes. Like, basically for everything there is a piece of armor or a weapon, which we'll talk about later, okay? As for Kingdom Come Deliverance, well, not really, because usually you get Groshen money, that is, as a reward, or, well, maybe perhaps sometimes a thing, sometimes skill points. For example, after you finish main story. So it's technically also a reward, okay? Because they kinda, the people teach you as well. Sometimes you also get some clothing, something like that, but that's really minor things. Number 6. NPCs. For those who don't know, NPC stands for non-player character. And I think that in Kingdom Come Deliverance they are better. And not only because they look better. Actually, in Kingdom Come Deliverance, they have dialogues. And the dialogues are pretty good. Because they have cutscenes, and legit cutscenes, not like in Skyrim. It actually has camera angles, okay? Even if Skyrim is meant for first person, they could just make perspective changes, okay? Like that would be pretty cool in my opinion. Also, you would see your character way more frequent. Also, NPC's dialogue, when you run past the streets in Skyrim, it sounds very repetitive. And sometimes becomes really annoying to listen to this. And in Kingdom Come Deliverance I don't really find that. Well, maybe because they are cheering for me, which is another thing. You see, in Skyrim they don't give a shit who you are. It doesn't matter that you killed Alduin and hundreds of dragons. It doesn't matter that you killed many of those like them. It doesn't even matter that you saved them, like literally. Or maybe it does in certain places, but the dialogue is repetitive there, okay? Although that might be because a lot of NPC voices were made by the same person, which makes things really worse.
Interesting, to say the least. What with all that's been going on, Riverwood Trader is everything you need in a general store.
Looks like we're the only ones who made it. Every bit as sharp as what you'll find in Whiterun.
Okay, now let's talk about trading. So, in Skyrim you trade stuff? No, not really, of course not. You sell your junk to get money, then you might buy some potions or something like that, but you almost never buy armor or weapons. And the reason why is because they suck, or you finish a quest and then you find a weapon which is far better than what you could have bought. And in Kingdom Come Deliverance it's like quite the opposite. You probably get money, okay? Sometimes not much, sometimes a little bit more. And then you can buy it or even haggle. Yeah, there is haggling. And you can get good stuff from traders, alright? Like genuinely really good items that you can't really get in the quests. And of course, I have to mention the guards as NPCs. Of course, Kingdom Come Deliverance did it better. You know why? Because every time a Skyrim guard catches me, he says,
Wait, I know you.
"Of course you know me. I'm that guy who saved everyone."
There's no mistake. You're a wanted man, and it's time to pay for your crimes.
And the fact that I can instantly kill you doesn't bother you, right? I could say that the guard dialogue might be a little bit repetitive from time to time when you get caught in Kingdom Come Deliverance, but it has a little bit more personality, I guess. Although Skyrim did one very good thing about it, because I don't think Kingdom Come Deliverance guards have that. Like, of course, everybody know that phrase.
I used to be an adventurer like you. Then I took an arrow in the knee.
And that thing is great, though still gets kinda repetitive after a while. Of course, when you get caught, you have to pay a fine or go to jail. In Skyrim, when you pay a fine, your stolen items get confiscated, which sucks, like seriously, although you can retrieve that. In Kingdom Come Deliverance, well, it depends. I think you get searched when a guard is suspicious that you stole something. Usually your items don't get confiscated, I think, unless you go to jail. Don't even get teleported anywhere, you just pay up right there. Basically like a bribe. Don't even need a credit card for that, which is pretty cool. Also, you can persuade people, guards that is, and or intimidate or charisma, you know what I mean. Unlike in Skyrim, just to persuade, and that's not even that good. You see, that's the dialogue option. And in Kingdom Come Deliverance there are very creative ways for that. In my opinion, Skyrim should use that persuasion intimidation option more often. Let's talk about very memorable characters. Well, Kingdom Come Deliverance has quite a few of them. Like the main, somewhat main characters, I guess. Like the nobility. I think Sir Hanush.
Deep fucking shit.
The Lord of Talmberg, forgot his name.
I need more than that from you.
Lady Stephanie.
Never. And after 7 years, my husband returned to me an infirm old man.
Of course, our Lord, Sir Radzikobila.
Henry's earned some punishment, but how do you punish someone who's already lost everything,
But nothing compared to Skyrim. You see, Skyrim went for a very different approach. They made dragons into characters. And of course they are super memorable. They look really distinct, okay? Especially the main ones, the Patronax, Alduin, and the voices are awesome. I guess there are a couple human characters. Maybe the High King, I guess not really, depends on what you choose. And maybe Cicero, of course. Everybody knows Cicero. And also, the first psychic of yours, Lydia, aka Junk Carrier. And with that, let's move on to number 7. Weapons and armor. You see, this part is very interesting, because each game has its own things they are lacking. However, if you combine both of them, you get perfection. Well, not exactly, but both games have something to learn from each other. Okay, I'll try to say that simultaneously. Here we go. Only if there were spears in Kingdom Come Deliverance. Like seriously, just think about it. What if you had a spear in Skyrim with really long reach? Because they didn't really account that when they were making game. So yeah, that's unfortunate, but just imagine how easy it would be to plow through all the enemies, like wolves, bad wolves, or bandits. As for Kingdom Come Deliverance, just imagine how many headshots would you be able to do with a crossbow. Like, it would be great, but unfortunately that doesn't exist. Although in real life, I'm pretty sure there were crossbows at that time. Now, let's talk about Kingdom Come Deliverance armor. I'm not an expert on that, that's pretty obvious. But as far as I can tell, it looks realistic and it actually works like armor, unlike other games. But I have one complaint, and that is gauntlets. Have you ever been hit by a sledgehammer? If so, write in the comments how long were you in coma. And God forbid it's not truth. I mean seriously. If you get hit by a piece of metal, it would probably hurt more than a fist. As for Skyrim, well, I mean weapons look alright I guess, though not from practical view, but I'll get to that in a second. Though graphics are not very good unless you have mods, but I'm not looking at graphics because of course Skyrim is released at 2011. Well, at least first time. And Kingdom Come Deliverance was released on 2018. So what's the point comparing graphics? Alright, so let's go back to that practical view. Okay, let's look at Daedric weapons. Well, clearly you can see that they are really pointy. That might cause some problems while wielding them. Another thing is that their handles are bare metal as far as I can see. And that's not good for your hands, okay? Trust me, when you are attacking an enemy, there is a really big chance for that weapon to just slide from your hands, regardless how strong do you wield it. Also, you will get tired way faster than what Skyrim stamina system does. Okay, just a few details from many to point out. You see that handle? Not only it's very slim, but that spike. Yeah, I would imagine if you try to lift that sword or move it like really fast, it will sink right in your fingers. Also, you see those spikes? Instead of straight or a curved blade in this case. If you try to strike a piece of log or something like that, or an armor, it usually just sticks in, and if you try to pull it out, it rips through everything. If you hit a shield with that axe, well, unfortunately, I don't think you would be able to pull it out. Number 8. Combat. And this one will definitely go on Kingdom Come Deliverance side. And not only because it's more lenient towards realism, but because Skyrim combat kind of sucks. I'm sure you can agree with me. Well, of course, magic and shouts look cool as well, but I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about animations and things like these. It doesn't even matter whether you touch an enemy with a sword, axe or warhammer or not. Like, here's you an example. Come on. I know that was kinda scary, but the worst thing of it is that their combat was actually shown in their trailer. Like, look at this. Okay, enough ranting. Let's move on to number 9, miscellaneous things. Skyrim's modding community is huge. Did you know that nexusmods.com alone has over 70,000 mods combined with Skyrim Special Edition? Although I can't say the same thing about Kingdom Come Deliverance. Also, both games have a lot of bugs. So that's a little compilation for you. Alright, we see first physics bugs. So I told you that's normal.
Storm cloaks.
Okay, that's a glitch. Wait, we stop again. No, that's just perfect. Yeah, sure. Just do that, you know, because vanilla intro is always boring. The hell? What the? Oh, it's crashed. And with that I will leave you here. You will be the one who will make conclusion which game is better. Also, I probably missed something. Please don't write in the comments what was it. Thanks for watching.